Hey guys, it is Not Your Typical Freak, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is sorta old, but nonetheless is interesting. Uh, so I like Star Wars. I've always been a big Star Wars fan, although I wasn't even alive when the first Star Wars stuff came out. Of course, you're not going to encounter 30. I mean, even if you're 30 years old, I'm pretty sure you're not even going to be able to say you went to the Star Wars. You went to a single one of the original Star Wars movies in theaters. But of course, yeah. So I'm going to be talking about something that I thought was extremely interesting, and well, since I didn't have the capacity to talk about it then, I want to talk about it now. And that is the newest Star Wars movie, and particularly one that has been a title that has received a wave of criticism and and praise, and I'm one of those that praise it. That is Kylo Ren's lightsaber design. Yes, this is way over talked about, but I'm gonna still talk about it because I like it, and I think it's very interesting, and I can't believe it, but Hollywood actually designed something that's practical. Not that they haven't already done that, but from something that's derived from fantasy, they actually make it practical, which I can appreciate. Being as I am very, very much interested in medieval arms and armor, especially the knightly class, and also bows. I love bows. But again, I'm going to talk about Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and you guys probably know what I'm going to talk about, the crossguard. It is extremely practical. I'm going to say that right now. And for those of you who are going to say, oh, well, the plasma could warp to your hand, this is Star Wars. They obviously have the technology, which is millions of years ahead of us, technology-wise, and I am assured, even the oldest versions, it showed, because I am an enthusiast of this, I know this, the first ever lightsabers, the technology was well designed enough to where the plasma would not warp or anything. The gravitational fields would push it down and then redirect it, which basically kept it straight. I'm not going to explain the science behind this, I'm just explaining the reasoning. So, if you can have that, it is extremely, extremely practical. Yes, there is the emitter array, which can be cut off, which has been shown in Star Wars, where they can just cut the top off and it's basically inactive. But while that is still present, it is still tremendously advantageous to have a crossguard that's made of plasma. Not only is that advantageous, for the people that think, oh, it's dangerous, I would like to compare their training to that of a Spartan soldier. These guys are taken almost from birth and trained in the ways of the Force and in lightsaber combat. These guys are the top of their game. They are probably one of the most skilled warriors, if not the most skilled warriors with a lightsaber in the galaxy. Literally, that is what it's called. They're called Jedi and Sith. They are the masters of lightsaber combat. Any of those lights, even if they've never, I guarantee you, if I gave you a Padawan, say we're in the Star Wars universe, I gave you a Padawan, I told them, hey, you have 3 weeks to train with the crossguard lightsaber. Do it. They would be able to do tremendous tricks. I've seen a couple videos where they've actually proved this, but I'm going to talk about it again. Also, not only is it protection, but I've actually looked this up. No one has talked about the actual offensive capabilities of this. And they actually show this in the movie, which I'm surprised to see was not talked about that much. Yes, it was talked about, but it wasn't talked about in the view of what I'm viewing this as. I'm talking about cutting with it. Guys, you literally have a weapon and a protection at the same time. Kylo Ren should know this. He's trained enough. He built this lightsaber from the ground up. He's trained enough with this. They literally show him in the movie cutting through Finn's shoulder with the crossguard. You know how well that could do? How advantageous that would be in combat? Especially with all the deadlocks they have in the movie. I mean, Jesus. They're not just sitting there like, huh, I'm moving my hand off camera. Yeah. They're not just sitting there deadlocked all the time. They're moving. But, whatever. This is Star Wars. But, still. He drives the saber into his shoulder, which is very, very practical. And I have to give them props on that. They actually thought of a very practical way of using that offensively. Now, I'm not going to say that someone who's never held a lightsaber before can be proficient with it. In fact, I would say a novice, say a non-Force user who's never trained with a lightsaber before, he could cut himself. Guys, again, these guys train from birth with this kind of stuff. I don't think they're in any danger. Yeah, so, whatever. That's my thoughts on it. Again, it's just a very practical design. I like it. It offers protection, yet it can be used in an offensive manner. It's very good. Very well designed. Props to Hollywood for that. Don't really say that much. Alright, guys, I hope you liked this video. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And peace.